And here it is, y'all. The wait is over. Got the greens and the Somali rice and the halal lamb. All halal. All halal. And alkaline. Most of it except for the lamb. So good. I can't wait to get into this plate. Y'all see that? Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, beautifuls. I am on my way to a Somali store. It's called Global Foods, and I'm going to go pick up some halal lamb and some other ingredients that I need to make this dish that my sweet beloved sister Asli taught me. She's Somalian, and she taught me how to make Somali rice. And so I am gonna go there today to recreate the Somali rice, and I'm gonna also have some alkaline vegetables with it. Dr. Sebi alkaline vegetables, kale and turnip greens that I'm making, and I'm also going to I want to have some salad. I love to have salad, so I'm gonna make my own salad dressing, and it's going to be an avocado salad dressing. Avocado like vegetable salad dressing. So I'm pretty sure, inshallah, it's gonna turn out really, really delicious, and I'm excited to make this dish today. So that is where I am taking you guys, to the Somali store. cute. So I'm literally in here trying to figure out where the ingredients is that I am looking for. And I'm just showing you everything that they have to offer on this side of the Global Foods Somali store. And there it is. So these are the seasonings that I have been searching for. And I needed to pick up some garlic powder because I'm running out of that. And I want to get some more ground cumin as well because I like to use both of those in a lot of different dishes that I create. And voila, I found the curry powder, but they didn't have like regular curry powder. They had this hot curry powder mixed with all different types of seasonings to give it a really full body flavored curry seasoning. And I was cool with that. So I'm just showing you guys like the back of the containers where they have the ingredients. So you see that it is halal. It's just pure ingredients. And this is the mix that I was looking for, the Somali mix for the Somali rice that my sister Osley was using in her Somali rice when I was at her house. So perfect. So alhamdulillah, I got what I needed, and I will show you guys what I purchased. And the lamb was the most expensive. I wanted to get the halal ghee butter, but it was $16 and my meat was $30. So I had to leave the halal butter, the halal ghee. I have halal butter at home in the refrigerator, but I like to cook with ghee butter because it is halal butter and it comes in a very big jar. I get it in a big glass jar, but that's okay. I will, alhamdulillah, I'll go back and get it some other time. But yes, I will insert the clip of the food that some of the things that I did purchase, like some of the ingredients, like the seasonings. I got a hot curry powder, garlic powder, cumin powder, I think I got, and I got the Somali mixture seeds, which is cardamom, cinnamon stick, not coriander, but it's what is it? It escapes me in my mind now. Sorry, you guys. So it's I'm trying to think of it. Let me fix this really quick because I'm almost home. It's what is it? It's in a bowl and it's coriander. No, I'm sorry. It's cardamom, cinnamon stick, and it's all mixed up together, and the cinnamon stick is like broken down in pieces. And what's the other seed? I can't think of it now. I got that, and then I was gonna get some raisins to put in it, but I skipped on the raisins and I got these chocolates instead because there was a brother there that makes these. I forgot where he said he was from. I don't know if he said he was from Pakistan or where he said he was from, but he makes these like delicacies, chocolates. It's dark chocolate with pistachios and almonds, and he also makes walnuts, but he didn't bring them at the time, so he didn't have the walnuts. But next time he said that he will stock the walnuts on the shelf, because walnuts are actually alkaline. And so I'm really trying my best to get back to in the groove of my alkaline diet, because that's Dr. Sebi's best. He wants us to consistently be on an alkaline diet, mix some other foods with it to balance it out, but mostly alkaline. So I will show you guys everything that I bought today for this beautiful meal that I am making. Somali, I'm making African mixed with alkaline together. So alhamdulillah, I am home. Let us go. This is what happens when you're trying to carry everything in the house, because you just don't want to come back and get anything. So I'm here trying to get everything in the house now. Bismillahi flashna wa bismillahi kashna wa Allah wa ta'ala. Oh my goodness. Gotta get the rest of it. And up the stairs up there is my neighbor's apartment. So as y'all know, sometimes I get to working on like several things at once, and I literally need to make my bed. That clock is not right. It is not 5:47. So let me see what time it is, because it's almost time for Zuhur. It's 12:52, and I think Zuhur is like at 1:17. So I need to hurry up and put things away. I just made it home. I've literally been running all day, y'all, and I totally forgot. I didn't forget. Astaghfirullah. I totally miscalculated time this morning, and I made my baby boy, I made my son late for work. Although he's he doesn't care, mom, whatever, but I care, and I feel totally bad about it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is make up my bed. I did switch my bed around. So I'm going to sit you guys here while I make up my bed. I'm going to do that really quick. All right, so now that my bed is made, I have several projects going on at one time. So I am boxing up. I'm going to show you guys. I'm boxing up some stuff for my grandbaby. I am having another grandchild, and I'll tell you guys about that story. But my oldest son is having a little boy. And my second to the youngest, Michael, he actually had a little girl on September 4th. Her name is Elle. And my oldest son, he is about to have his first baby, and it's a boy. And his name is Kwani Jalil, and he's naming his son. His first name will be Jalil. So I'm giving away all of Sharon's old things. And this thing was piled up, so that's Simone's stuff in there. And this is the rest of all of Sharon's things. I'm talking about socks. I have more socks that I need to put in this bag, but these are tons of socks in there. And all of these clothes that I'm rolling them and putting them all in this large box. Now there is some coats in here. These are actually shoes. All of Sharon's old shoes. His Paw Patrol potty is in there, and it has a little it makes a sound. I don't know why it's not doing it anymore. Maybe it needs a new battery. I don't know. And then Shadon's Paw Patrol. So this is what my cutesy bed looks like. And I bought these pillows during Ramadan. And I just love them so much. I have this old bedroom set. And this is my beautiful pictures that I absolutely love. This says family forever, for always, no matter what. And these are beautiful African pictures. They don't have any faces, but they're beautiful, beautiful, and I love them so much. And it ties into my blue, gold, and silver, and brown theme that I got going on here. Blue is my favorite color. Now I just have my little throw blanket. This was actually made for my son many years ago when he was in college. To put this away, but it's just my prayer mat and my prayer dress. And yeah, that is just my little corner here, because I moved my bed around and it just more like ties in better than it did before. So yeah, let me show y'all what I got from the store really quick. Smells like something burning. I think that's upstairs. I did change the kitchen around. So I put the silver and black appliances over here instead. And so I can make my tea and like my smoothies and all of that. And I need to wash dishes. I have like just the dish stuff over here. But I have my fruit and vegetable bin here. And then my seasonings and all of that good stuff. Man, listen, the kids have been sick. So, not the kids, but Shadon. And so, he finally was able to go to school today. And Simone was complaining about not feeling good through the night. Like she woke up in the middle of the night, she couldn't breathe. So I gave her some nasal spray. And this is just saline nasal spray that I spray in her nose, and that kind of like declogs. I always give them Flintstone vitamins. I gave Shadon some allergy medications today. This is actually like better than other brands. And it's just the Walmart brand. And I made them drink a cap full of black seed oil. And then I also used a cotton swab and dipped it and put some in their nose as well. And my son got this from the Somali store. And it's black seed oil. So it's very, 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 very good for you. And over here in this area, you guys seen this before. I just switched around my canisters. So I put my canisters over here, and my Pioneer Woman Instapot and Crockpot is there. Yeah, and I just wanted y'all to see just how I just switched things around. No reason. Definitely need to clean out my refrigerator and my freezer. Show you guys what I have in there. I don't want to show you guys the bottom part because I got to clean it, but I don't have much. And this is the butter that I use, and it is halal. And the reason why I say it's halal butter is because it only has natural ingredients in it. It doesn't have any like additives in it. It just has cream and salt. Cream and salt. That's it. So that is the Gary-Gold. I love this, the Irish butter. And now let me show you guys what I picked up from the store. Really quick because it's 106. So from the Somali store, I got the mixture here, which I was telling you guys about. I got some more dates. I got the food coloring, and this is like a reddish orange. It's a deep orange. I don't know if you can see that. It says deep orange. Again, I showed you guys this, so I got the hot curry, which is a mixture of chile, coriander, fennel, fenugreek, cumin, turmeric, ginger, and allspice. And then I got the ground cumin. I got some garlic powder, which I needed. And this is the candy that I was telling you guys about that I got. It's halal candy. Alhamdulillah. And that's pistachio, and I got the almonds. So the kids are gonna love that, inshallah. Now when it comes to like some alkaline vegetables, cherry tomatoes. So cherry tomatoes and plum tomatoes are the only ones that are on the alkaline list. I got some celery. I got some sweet peppers. I got one orange bell pepper. Key limes are also on the alkaline list. So I use this to make like my lime water and my hot lime water in the morning to cleanse my kidneys. And I also put that in my ginger. See? I got my halal lamb. Yum, yum, yum. So put that in the refrigerator. Next on the alkaline list is turnip greens. I could just buy the bulk one, but I didn't want to go through. I just want to save some time. So I bought it in the bag. And of course the kale. I got portobello mushrooms. So all mushrooms are alkaline except for shiitake. And I like portobello. So I got the big ones. This was like $2 and something. It was cheaper to get just these two in the big bulk like this, the big one. And I can just cut it up how I want. I got cilantro. I got some more red onions. 3 of those. I will put in the bin. I got avocados because I'm gonna make my own avocado dressing for my salad. I got a few more things of ginger, and I got some garlic. Now, garlic is not on Dr. Sebi's list. I know that this is like, helps to draw out mucus, so that's why I like to cook with it. I have that old chicken that I made in the crock pot. I think it was like last week. Yeah, last week. And I am going to actually make some soup with it because, again, Sharon is still sick, so he can take like soup and stuff with him to school Thursday or Friday, and we can also have it with a salad. And this was on sale, you guys. When you can catch a product, Shea Moisture, on sale, I say get it. I got this because this is what I use for when I braid like Simone's hair in her wet braid style. And so I'm going to put some of that on her hair. And this one is Curls and Coils Moisturizer and Detangler, Raw Shea Butter, Chamomile, and Argan Oil. And of course, it's fair trade, it's fair trade certified. And it is no parabens, no phthalates, no mineral oil, no animal testing, no petroleum. So that's what it's formulated without. It doesn't have all that stuff in it, and it's very, very good. It smells amazing. I love the way it smells. It's gonna make Simone's hair smell really good. So I saw this, it was on sale. I said, boom, I need to get it. And yeah, that is all of the ingredients pretty much. And I'm gonna use onion powder, of course, some onion powder, some sea salt, and I may use white sea salt. White sea salt is alkaline, and it's the best for the Dr. Sebi list. But I have tons of pink Himalayan salt, so I think I'm gonna use some pink Himalayan salt, some fresh ground black pepper, and maybe a little bit of seasoned salt. And I'm definitely going to use, for my vegetables and like for the lamb, I'm going to be using some of these seasonings. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that out. And yeah, Chris and I will definitely have tea tonight. So here are my cherry tomatoes and my organic carrots, all rinsed. I rinsed off all of my vegetables. Those are the portobello mushrooms, the peppers, jalapenos, organic celery, scallions, sweet peppers. Of course, I'm cheating with the minced garlic instead of chopping my own. Just showing you some of the vegetables again that I put in the vegetable bin. And I have my oil ready. This is olive oil, and that's butter in there. That is the Kerrygold Halal butter, and I actually didn't use those bowls to do anything with. I was going to prep with them, but I didn't have time to prep, so I just got started. And I'm just cutting some butter. I really don't measure anything, you guys. That's how I learned how to cook. I just eyeball everything. So that's probably maybe like, I don't know, 2 tablespoons of butter. And I am just letting that melt down because that is the pot that I am going to use to make the vegetables. And this right here is the seasoned lamb meat. I seasoned it well and I put it in the refrigerator for about an hour. And these are the bouillon bases that I may or may not use. All of them, and just showing you guys the seasoning components that I am using in all of the dishes. This took a very long time to make, hours upon hours, and you guys will see why. So now I'm just using both pots, one for of course browning up, braising the meat, not braising, but just frying up the lamb. I like to fry up the lamb first and get it fried on the outside and crispy, and I want to use that seasoning. You see it's just kind of like falling away and dropping in the oil, but I'm going to scoop it out and I'm going to use those crumbs. Okay, I'm going to use those crumbs inside of the vegetable base, and you will see that later. So I'm just browning up all this lamb, and when I boil it in the pot, it's just gonna make the meat even more tender so that it takes less time to cook, because if I just boil it, it'll take longer for it to tenderize. So this is the best way to get your meat very tender, whatever kind of meat that you're using. That's beef. The best way to do it is to brown it first, whether you fry it or braise it, you want to cook it first on the outside, and then the only parts that has to cook is the inside. So I'm just scooping at those little tidbits of fried seasoning that was on the outside of the lamb, and I'm gonna use that as a seasoning base for my vegetables. So now I'm gonna show you guys how I place these in the pan, because I didn't do that before. And I'm not the best at filming and cooking at the same time, y'all, because I am holding my phone. I don't have a vlog camera or anything. I'm just basic right now. And yes, just using my phone to video. So I apologize that the camera is kind of like all over the place, but I'm showing you guys here how I do this step by step by step. And if you've seen any of my other cooking videos, I love to cook in layers. So here I have sauteed the red onions and the garlic together, and I'm just keeping that lid from creating water. So I don't want water in the pot. I just want it to saute. And now I'm going to flip these bad babies over on the other side and just make sure that each side of the lamb is crispy and browned evenly. And just continuing to watch the onions and the garlic so that they don't burn. And that's how much garlic I put in. That's the celery and the pepper. And then I'm going to, I just added the celery and the pepper after I had already added the garlic, clearly. And I'm just gonna let that saute and do its thing in that butter. Again, just, you know, putting the lid on and keeping it slightly uncovered. There's the meat, the jalapeno, sliced and diced. And I added that jalapeno to the pot. Again, we're making layers of flavors here. So cooking in layers is best. There's the meat all browned up. There's the tidbits I was telling you guys about. And I added 2 pieces of lamb and those tidbits to this pot. And you guys, it's going to make for such a beautiful, beautiful sauce. And that's the rest of it that I drained off. And I'm adding some of that beautiful juice and oil. Yummy. Watch how this just starts to bubble and take form, and all of those flavors marry together. Just amazing, robust flavor. So now I put all of the lamb in a pot so I can make my stock for my rice. This is the next step. And I'm using Crystal Geyser water because it is spring water and it is pH balanced. Again, I'm tilting the pot so that it doesn't boil over. And look how bubbly and beautiful this au jus sauce, what I call it, this broth base sauce for my greens. This is how you make southern greens. And typically people would, you know, back in the day, they, you know, my ancestors, they would use pork. But since I am Muslim and I eat halal foods, 90% of the time I eat halal foods, and this is how I make my greens very flavorful. So these are the turnip greens I'm adding to the pot, and adding just a little bit more water, and then I'm gonna put the top on, and that's probably like a quarter of a cup of water or a third of a cup, probably more like a third of a cup, and just letting that wilt down. And as you can see, it starts to really cook down, and I'm gonna add my kale on top of this and let that cook down, and then add some more turnip greens and let that cook down, and then add some more kale on top of that and let that cook down. So the kale and turnip greens are finished, and they could still stand to cook a little bit longer, but I'm gonna just, because my kids are not eating this tonight, they're gonna eat it tomorrow, I'm just going to go ahead and take let it just go off the heat, and just let it sit before I put it in the refrigerator, and then I can heat it up and boil it some more tomorrow. And I'm thinking about even adding some of this juice in here from the lamb meat in this pot with the vegetables tomorrow. So I like to clean as I go, and this is just grease and stuff that I have to clean my stove top. But I am melting some butter in a pan in this wok. And this is where I'm going to cook the rice in. The lamb is still over here boiling. I'm actually going to turn this down a little because it's already fully cooked. I'm going to cut up these onions, and I'm just going to slice them. I'm going to add this sweet pepper to the pan, and I'm going to cut up some carrots and put it in there and let it saute. Then I'm going to add the rice, because the rice has been soaking for at least like an hour and a half, you guys. So I'm going to drain the water off, and then I'll add the rice, and then I'll just cook the rice in there, and I'll show you guys how I do that. So I sliced up the onions here, and that was a medium and a large. And then I took the half of the large, which was like more like a third of the large, and sliced it up. And then I saved some of it and put it a third in here. I think this is a third of the half, or like a quarter or something. I don't know, but I saved some. I'm going to use that for the salad dressing. And then this is all the vegetables that I'm going to blend up in here and also put in the rice. And so I'm going to go ahead and add the onions. Add the pepper, the sweet pepper. And I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to add some of this in there. So a good healthy amount of garlic. I think that's enough garlic. I'm going to add a little bit more. So this is what it's looking like now after I drained the quinoa and rice, and I've just been browning it up and kind of like cooking the rice in this pan, because this wok is non-stick and it can hold a lot. And then I'm going to transfer it all to the Dutch oven and add some water and kind of like let it boil for a little bit, and then finish it off in the oven. Because I love butter, I put butter and grapeseed oil at the bottom of this pot, and now I'm just going to add the rice. I'm going to add all the rice to it, and then I'm going to add this juice. And oh, that just popped the heck out of me. I'm going to add the juice from the lamb meat and take the lamb meat out, and then I'm going to blend this up. So this is what the lamb looks like. All right, so this is the liquid that is left that I'm going to add to this pot, and I'm still like browning this rice and quinoa up. And this is red quinoa, because it's the natural quinoa. And here is the lamb, and it's just falling off the bone, you guys. So tender and good. I got some fresh lime juice from the key limes. That's about 4 key limes. This is the portobello mushrooms, red onion, garlic, sweet peppers, some scallions, cilantro, cherry tomatoes, and some carrots in there. And I'm going to blend this up. And I'm going to use some of this juice, I think, or maybe some water, and add to this. But I'm going to put the juice, this in here first, and then I'm going to add my seasonings to it. These are the combination of seasons that I chose. So I added the seasonings, and I added all of the juice and some water to cover it. And I am going to like bring this up to a boil and just kind of like cover it a little bit, let it soak up all that seasoning. My sister Osley, she added some bouillon, chicken bouillon, but since I don't necessarily like the chicken bouillon, I added the roasted garlic, this one, better than bouillon. And these are like $5. You also can get them over there in the soup aisle. So I added some of that to it. So now I am blending all the vegetables with a little bit of Crystal Geyser water, of course. And it took a little bit to get it going, but once it got going, it was mixing really good. You can see the colors change, the tomato juice, and I just love how these are fresh vegetables. So we're getting a lot of the nutrients from the vegetables and putting that into the pot with the rice and quinoa and really making it a very full-bodied, flavored taste. The quinoa gives the rice a little bit of a different texture because quinoa is fiber. It has lots of fiber in it, which is really, really good for your tummy and your digestive system. So that's why I like to mix the quinoa with the rice. And I used jasmine rice. You can use basmati rice if you like that. That works really good as well. But I had jasmine rice in a big bag of it, so I wanted to go ahead and use what I had at home. So this is what it looks like after it had boiled down a bit. So now that that is blended, I'm going to add the cardamom and the clove seeds. And grind it up the rest of the way and then just add it to my pot. Turned my oven on and I turned this off, and it's pretty much done. I am going to turn it back on just for a moment because I'm going to add all of this beautiful puree. And mix it up really good. Look how this meat is just falling away. It is so stinking good. Oh my goodness, y'all. This lamb is so tender. The greens are finished. The rice is done. And the meat is ready. This is going to be one amazing dish tomorrow. I can't wait.